And what in your experience has been the problems faced by, especially Dalit women students in university spaces? People talk about Dalit students in general, but when gender is also brought into this caste situation in central university spaces, there's not been much discussion. Also, we see a problem of representation of Dalit women in university spaces. So,
as far as Dalit girls in higher education is concerned, as you are right, we hardly have any studies which have analyzed and examined their problems in the university system. We have studies, some reporting, some evidence on the caste-based discrimination being faced by the Dalit girls and boys. But within the boys and the girls, we don't have separate studies on Dalit girls. Therefore, anything that I say is based on just tentative observations. My feeling is that they suffered on both counts. One is that they suffered from the harassment from which the women suffered, the girls suffered in general. It may be sexual harassment, it may be sexual violence of different nature. Other girls suffered, they also suffered. So that is one problem, the patriarchy and the gender-related issues. But they also suffered from discrimination, which other girls do not suffer. So their problem is double. And so I have a feeling that they are more vulnerable in the higher education system than other women, and certainly against compared to the Dalit boys. Now, since there are no studies as to what are their specific problem, it's difficult to say what is their world of experience. In fact, they are not visible in the studies. They are invisible even on the gender discourse in the higher education system. Now, the Dalitwomen's problem have been written quite significantly, and there is a lot of literature which talks about Dalitwomen facing triple issues: caste, patriarchy, and poverty. So, generally, we have a lot of clarity now. But the Dalit women in higher education institution, what are the specific problems that they face, is an issue which is completely invisible. But my hunch is that the fact that they are very invisible, they have not been able to create even space to speak out. While the Dalit boys would come forward and say that we suffer discrimination, while the high caste, non-Dalit girls would come and tell that we suffer from patriarchal domination and harassment, Dalit girls lag behind. They are not a part of the Dalit boys' voice, exception apart, and they are not a part of the high caste Dalit girls, students who point out the patriarchal dominations. So they are sort of in the back, and therefore we do not know their problems. And my feeling is that they do face different kind of harassment. As a Dalit girl, they do face a problem, but they are not able to bring out those in open. So much is the exclusion and isolation and invisibility is there with respect to their problem that we don't have any idea. So I have a feeling they are at the bottom in the higher education system, and they just keep quiet and they bear those the way it happens to them. So I will propose that we should have more studies, more understanding, talking to them, and getting their heart and their minds and their experiences.